So today's practice is a 60-minute Vinyasa Flow. So we're going to start on our backs today. So start on your back any way you want. We'll eventually get to Supta Baddha Konasana with the bottoms of your feet together. But if that's not where you want to start right away, then just start anywhere that you would like. If you like to keep track on your watch, I know some of us do, go ahead and make sure you get that started. Your friendly reminder. And just take the first few moments here to connect to your breath. When we're laying on our back, sometimes it can be a really great way to connect to the breath because we can actually feel it in our back body in a different way than we can when we're in child's pose. So let that feeling of being nourished by your breath, let that just kind of wash over you for a few moments, and take the time to appreciate it for just the simple fact that your breath is what gives you life. It gives you energy and focus. And it's there for you no matter what. Most of the time, it's the really simple, basic things in life that we find that we're most grateful for. And breath is at the very top of that list. Now see if you can smooth out your breath a little bit, maybe evening out the count for inhales and exhales. And with each of your exhales, allow your shoulders and your upper back to relax a little bit more. In your mind's eye, actually see your shoulders and your upper back melting deeper into your mat. Now do the same with your low back and your hips. So it might take a deeper inhale and a longer exhale in order for you to get that breath to travel all the way down to your low back and into your hips to allow that softening to happen. So be patient with it without being real forceful. Let the breath travel. Take the bottoms of your feet together for Supta Baddha Konasana. And let your hips soften some more. So with this butterfly shape in your lower half, feel an opening in your hip sockets. And then let that opening travel up into your heart and your chest. And then into your mind. Find an opening in your mind space. They're all connected. And the thing that connects all of these body parts is your breath. We're able to see more clearly, think more rationally. When our breath is slower, and more controlled. Bring your knees together. Keep them bent, but start to walk your feet now away from each other. Reach your arms up overhead. And allow just for a moment here, that softening again in your shoulders. Draw your belly into your spine. And as you do that, feel your low back press into the mat. Press your heels into the floor, lift your hips up off the mat. Bring your shoulder blades together a little bit more and extend your arms overhead even more than they were. You can take them wider if that feels good, but try and extend them so that your fingertips are reaching long, your palms are facing up toward the ceiling. Take a breath in and a breath out. Now reach your arms straight up for the ceiling. Palms facing away from you. Keep pressing into the bottoms of your feet, your heels more than anything. Feel this in your hamstrings. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, lower your hips down to the mat, lower your arms overhead. Inhale, reach your arms up, lift your hips up, press into the floor. Exhale, reach your arms overhead. We're going to switch it up just a little bit. Inhale, lift your hips, lift your arms. Now this time, as you exhale, lower your hips, lower your arms down in front of you so that your fingers are closer to your ankles. Inhale, lift your hips, lift your arms. Exhale, arms overhead, hips down. Inhale, lift your hips and your arms. Exhale, lower your hips, lower your hands down towards your ankles. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down, arms overhead. One more time through. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, lower your hips, arms down by your side. Good. Keep your arms down by your side. Lift your legs up off the floor. Bend your knees. Bring your hands. Actually, if you have a block, I'd like you to take your block so that it is going horizontally, like so. And you're going to balance it right between your left thigh, and you'll take your left knee or elbow right there. You might want to check out what I'm doing. And then you're going to take your right hand behind your head. Keep pressing your left elbow into that block. Now, if you're not using a block, no worries. You're just going to just not use a block and bring that left hand behind your head, elbows out wide. But if you do have your block, keep pressing the elbow into the block, keep pressing your thigh in towards you. Lift your shoulder blades up off the mat. Take your right elbow to that block and then open up to the block and open up. Keep going to the block and open, keep going. If you don't have a block, no worries, but just stay on the same side. It's right elbow to the outside of your left knee or thigh. We've got 6, 5, flex your feet, 4, 3, keep that block there, 2, that's the hard part here, 1, hold it here, keep the elbow in, little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Switch right away to the other side. Send that block right at the right knee, right elbow into the block. Here we go. Left elbows open up wide. Lift up, bring in and open. Take it in and open. You got it. Keep moving. Try and keep your shoulder blades lifted the whole time. If you need to come down, obviously that's okay. But try and stay up as long as you can. If you need to take a little break, come on down, catch your breath, and go right back up. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, I'm feeling it more here, 4, 3, 2, Keep that block there. 1, hold it here, little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nicely done. Move the block out of your way. Take the bottoms of your feet together, back to that Supta Baddha, but feet are elevated. Take your hands behind your head, shoulder blades up, and pulse up and down, lifting and lowering. Try and keep your shoulder blades up high as long as you can, but keep the bottoms of your feet pressing into each other. Knees out nice and wide, nice and wide as your elbows. 10, 9, 8, 7, shin is lifted. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees into your chest. Good job. Legs go up towards the ceiling. Reach your arms up. Take your right hand, tap your left big toe, and switch. Opposite hand to opposite big toe. Keep going. Stay up high. If you can reach higher than your big toe, go for it. I've got very short legs, so I can. Some of you have much longer legs than I do. Keep going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3. Last 2, and 1. Good job. Draw your knees into your chest. Circle your ankles around. And then rock and roll yourself all the way up to tabletop. Face the front of your mat. Take a breath in, come into cow pose, drop your belly. That feels good. Exhale, round your back. Take your chin into your chest for cat. Inhale, stretch the abdominals in your cow. Exhale, round for cat. One more set. Breathe in and breathe out. Come down to your forearms. Keep your hips lifted for right now. Draw your belly in. Extend your left leg behind you and just stretch through the back of that left leg by really pressing the ball mounds of your left toes into the floor. Bend your left knee, bring it back down. Do the same with the right side. Straighten out that right leg. Press into the ball mounds of your right toes. Bring the right knee back down. Stay on your forearms, but straighten out both of your knees, lifting your legs up off the mat into this forearm plank. Hold it right here. Press into your forearms. You can have fists or your palms can be pressing down, totally up to you. Take a breath in and a breath out. Lift up to a high plank. Hold it here. Now your elbows are straight. You're feeling even stronger here. Keep your core engaged. Take a breath in through your nose. Lower down to your belly. Reach your arms back behind you, palms face down. Inhale, lift just your upper body, but reach your fingertips back. Exhale, come down, tap your palms down. Inhale, lift back up, just the upper body. Exhale, come down. This time as we go up, we're gonna lift everything up. Inhale, up we go. Everything comes up high. Reach your fingertips towards your toes. And come all the way down. Bend your elbows, press your palms into the floor, tuck your toes. Take a breath in and a breath out. Now very slowly lift up to just midway, chaturanga. So just a 90-degree bend. Now come up to high plank. Lower down to chaturanga. Hold it here, breathe in. Lower all the way down to your belly, breathe out. Reach your arms back behind you. Inhale, lift everything up off the mat. Exhale, come all the way down. Inhale, lift everything up off the mat. Exhale, come down. Last time, lift up, point your toes, reach your fingers towards your toes, and come all the way down. Bend your elbows, pressing into the floor, tuck your toes, just up to chaturanga, real slow, come up to 90. Hold it. Come up just a little bit higher, make sure you're at 90. all the way up to high plank. Yeah, downward facing dog. Nice work, guys. Take a breath. Exhale out all the air. Shake your head out. You may have just built up some stress and some tension up there in the shoulders or the sides of your neck. So release that as well as best you can. And then walk your feet up to your hands. Come to a halfway lift and a forward fold. A halfway lift again and a forward fold. Third time, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Take your ragdoll here. Grab those forearms or elbows. Drop your head and reach the arms forward. Release your hands to the floor. Step your left foot back behind you. Come into kneeling crescent. So both knees are at 90. Inhale your arms up high. Now press your palms together. Bend your elbows and just drop your thumbs behind you. If you want to add a little back bend here, you can, but not necessary at this point. Take a breath in. As you exhale, shift forward. Inhale, reach your arms back up. Standing split. Left leg up high. Drop your head. And forward fold. Grab your big toes. Fold nice and deep. Feel your hamstrings stretch. Maybe add some movement. Do something so that you're not feeling stuck, right? We need that right now in our lives. Feeling this, like, this feeling that we're stuck in time or place or whatever it is. So don't feel like that when you're on your yoga mat. Release your hands to the floor. Step your right foot back, kneeling crescent. Reach your right, or both arms up towards the ceiling. Bring your palms together, drop your thumbs behind you. Shift your hips forward. Hands to the floor, standing split. Lift that right leg up. Drop your head, close your right hip off a little bit more. So a lot of times here we start to open that hip. Point all 5 toes down. And bring the foot to the floor. Rise up for mountain. Inhale as you come up. Exhale as you forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. High plank, breathe out. Take another breath in. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward facing. Come up to your toes. Press back into your heels. Come up to your toes, bend into your knees, look forward, float to your hands, halfway, and forward fold. Rise up, mountain, forward fold, empty out. Halfway, chaturanga. Jump or step back to your chaturanga. Upward dog, breathe in. Downward dog, breathe out. Fill up your lungs. Empty them all the way out. Feel it out of your back body. Bend your knees, float to your hands. Halfway, forward fold. Mountain, and fold. Halfway, chaturanga. Strong arms, up dog. Downward facing. One more sun A, up to your toes. Bend into your knees, hop to your hands. Halfway lift. Fold, mountain, get tall, forward fold. Keep your length in your hamstrings. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward, downward facing. Lift your right leg up high, bend your knee, open your hip. Circle your ankle around. And lift up high on your left toes. Now lower your left heel back as far as you can get it. Do that again. Lift up high on your left toes. Keep your right hip open. Press way back into your left heel. One more time. Lift up high. Press way back. This is so good for your ankles. Step your right foot forward. Warrior one. Inhale to come up. Chaturanga. Hands back to the floor. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up. Bend this knee. Open up this left hip. First, just focus on the opening of the hip. Now come up high on the right toes. Press back into the right heel. Lift up high. Press back. Keep doing that. And feel what's going on in the back of your right leg when this happens. Step forward, warrior one. Chaturanga, hands down. Upward dog. Downward facing. Right foot forward, warrior one. Warrior two. Flip your front palm. Reverse your warrior, breathe in. Chaturanga, breathe it out. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side, warrior one. Warrior two. Reverse. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward facing. Lift up to both of your toes. Press back through both of your heels. Do that again. Lift high. Press back. This time, lift up high. Stay high. Bend your knees. Float to your hands. Halfway. Fold. Chair pose. Spin your pinkies in towards each other. And now rotate so that your thumbs come in towards each other. Thumbs point down. Good, do that again. Rotate so pinkies are in together towards each other, palms are up. And as you exhale, thumbs down. Palms out to the side. Good, inhale, pinkies up. Exhale, palms to the side, thumbs down. Come back to pinkies together. Open up those shoulders. Rise up from mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward and downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up high. Step forward, warrior one. Breathe in as you come up. As you exhale, reach forward. So bring your belly over your front thigh, over your right thigh. Take your arms out pretty wide, a little bit wider maybe than your shoulders. And imagine one of those weighted bars that you see in in the fitness center, in the gym. And as if you're holding on to that bar, I want you to make fists with palms down and then bend your elbows and open up as if you're pulling that bar. Then once you draw it in, release the bar, let go of your fists and reach your arms back out. Stay here in your legs and your upper body. Inhale, pull the bar in, squeeze your shoulder blades. Exhale, release and reach forward. Inhale, draw it in and release. Exhale, reach forward. Do a few more of those. Use your breath. Get a little bit deeper into that front foot. Yeah, so you should feel it in your right glute a lot. Use your core more. Go ahead, really squeeze at your middle back. Now this next time, clasp your fingers behind your low back. Take a breath in. Humble warrior, breathe out. Forehead down to the inside of your right foot. Drop your head. Warrior two, come on up. Reverse your warrior, inhale. Standing split, exhale. Still using that right outer hip and glute, I know it. Chair pose, left foot down. Breathe in. Hands to heart center, twist to your right. Breathe out. Do your best to make sure that your hips stay forward, your knees stay forward. If you prefer to take your feet a little bit wider and take that arm bar, you can do that as well, taking the left elbow to the left knee, left hand to right knee or outer thigh. Right arm can be up. It can be at heart center. Just let the twist happen. And forward fold. Rise up for mountain pose. Breathe in. Chaturanga. Breathe out. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up and step forward, warrior one. Breathe in. As you exhale, come forward, grab that bar. Inhale, bend your elbows, pull the bar in. Release, exhale, reach your arms forward. Inhale, grab the bar, bring it in, squeeze your middle back. Release, and come forward. Do a few more of those. The key here is even without weights, we can still make changes here and we can still strengthen our backs because we're activating the muscles in our upper to middle back, right? So just even by seeing it in your mind's eye and squeezing in that place, that's enough. That is enough. You're feeling it. You're feeling it right now. I know you are. After this next one, clasp your fingers at your low back. Take a breath in. Humble warrior, forehead down. Drop your head a little bit more. Maybe you can float your fingers a little bit higher away from your low back. Warrior two, come up and around. Reverse your warrior, inhale. Standing split, right leg goes up this time. Chair pose, breathe in. Twist to the left, breathe out. Same options on this side, guys. So take what works for you. Create the tension that you need to help you twist by pressing your hand or your elbow into the outside of that left leg. And then you're doing the pose. So then let the pose start to work for you. And just kind of be there in the pose. You've got your joints stacked correctly. And you just kind of let the magic happen. Keep applying the tension. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more big inhale. Fold for your exhale. Step back to high plank. Press back to down dog. Lift your right leg up high. Step forward, low lunge. Rise up to crescent. Inhale as you come up. Exhale, come down to kneeling crescent. Bring that left knee down. Good. Inhale, come back up to crescent. Exhale, kneeling crescent. Come all the way down. Inhale, one more time up to crescent. Exhale, come down. On your next inhale, warrior three. So try and keep your left hip closed. Reach your fingers forward. Step back to warrior two. Give yourself enough space on your mat. So walk your feet away from each other. Straighten out your front knee. Reach your right arm forward. Triangle pose. If you still have that block or other prop, it's nice to use here. Or use your shin or your ankle. If your hands don't reach the floor. If that right hand doesn't reach the floor. Keep your triangle legs. Just bring your hands to heart center. Still look up towards the ceiling. Breathe in. Exhale out. Extended side angle. So just bend into that front knee. Right arm down, left arm opens back up. Warrior two to the back of your mat. So your left foot now is leading. Take a deep ninja lunge into your right knee. So towards the front of your mat. Stay low. Low lunge. Right foot is forward. Airplane. Big breath in. Big breath out. Fill all the way up. Chair pose all the way out. Breathe in. Twist to the right. Breathe out. Come back to the center. Take it to the left. So moving with ease, back to the center and the breath. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Move with your breath through your vinyasa, back into your down dog, where you'll take a few breaths. Lift your left leg up high. Step forward, low lunge. Crescent. Reach your arms up high. Take a breath in. Kneeling crescent. Come all the way down. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, bring it down. Lift back up for crescent. Down to kneeling crescent. Warrior three, come forward. Close off the hip, reach the arms forward. Take the arms a little wider. Give yourself a little bit more space here, and then breathe into your front body. And breathe out of your front body. Now breathe into your back body. And breathe out of your back body. Put it all together, inhale. Warrior two, exhale, nicely done. Straighten out your front knee. Triangle pose, left hand comes down this time. Anchor your back foot, that is your right foot. Anchor it down. And as you do that, then start to roll your right hip back a little bit and your right shoulder. So it's a very small movement, but it feels really nice. Now bring your palms together at your heart. Keep looking up though if that's working on your, if it works for your neck, I should say. If it doesn't, then look somewhere that it does feel okay. But if it's just throwing off your balance a little bit, let it throw your balance off a little bit. That's okay. Extended side angle. Bend deep into that front knee. Reach your arm back up towards the ceiling. Feel that opening once again in the shoulder. Warrior two to the back of your mat. Right foot is leading. Ninja lunge into your left knee at the front of your mat. Low lunge, left foot is forward. Airplane, take your time. Ascending that right leg up, up, up. Heart and chest, lift. Eyes look up. Foot to the floor, chair pose. Breathe in. Twist left. Breathe out. Chair. Twist right. Chair pose. And fold. Crow pose. Heels in, toes out wide. Lean forward. Strong abdominals. Look forward. Take a breath in. Chaturanga. Send your legs back. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. See, that one's so much better when you're at home, right? No one can see. Lift your right leg up high. Step forward, low lunge. Rise up for crescent. Breathe in. Kneeling crescent. Breathe out. This time, take a little bit of a back bend in your kneeling crescent. Inhale, come back up for crescent. Exhale, kneeling crescent. Reach your arms back. One more time. Up. Kneeling, reach back. Warrior three. Come forward. Warrior two. Straighten out your front knee. Triangle pose. Hands to heart center. Extended side angle. Warrior two to the back of your mat. Breathe in. Ninja lunge into your front knee. Breathe out. Low lunge towards the front of your mat. Right foot leads. Airplane. Up you go. Chair pose. Sit low. Twist to your right. Exhale. Back to chair. Breathe in. Twist to your left to breathe out. Back to chair one more time. Crow pose. Number two, crow. This crow might be on your forearms though, if you would like. For baby crow. Engage your core. Take a breath in. Chaturanga. Good job. Up dog. And down dog. Lift your left leg up high. Step it forward, low lunge. Rise up crescent. Kneeling crescent, take a little back bend. Crescent lunge, lift high. Kneeling, reach back. One more time up. Kneeling, reach back. Warrior three. Come forward. How's that left ankle doing? Awesome, I hope. Warrior two, step back. Straighten the front knee, triangle. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a breath. Extended side angle as you exhale, open up big. Warrior two to the back of your mat. Ninja lunge into the front. Low lunge, facing forward. Airplane. Chair pose, breathe in. Twist left, breathe out. Chair. Twist right. Chair pose. And fold. Last crow. Up you go. I'm going to go on my forearms this time in case you're not sure what that looks like. This is it. Hold it here. And chaturanga. I don't know if I could chaturanga from that. Gosh. I don't think so. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. I took a pass on that one. That was a hard pass for me. Breathe in. And breathe out. Step your right foot forward. Come into prasarita. So just take your legs nice and wide. Drop your head. You'll be facing the left side of your mat. And after moving for a bit there like we were, it's nice to just come into stillness. But if you prefer to go up into a headstand and find your stillness with your legs up in the air, that is a great place to be. So take what you need here, ladies. You can grab your ankles or your big toes. If you like those ninja lunges and wanted to do that, and just kind of move from side to side, because so far what we've done is just one at a time. All right. Yep. You are up, which you are. Good job. All right. Come back down. We are going to take this right into frog pose. So since we're already kind of folded, you can reach the front of your mat and kind of pull it in towards you. And you can reach the back of your mat, pull that in towards you. Right? And then for frog, you're going to bring your knees down, take them to about 90 degrees. I am going to demo from this side because I'm not sure if all of you know frog. This is easier if I show you this way. See how my knee is right on top of my ankle? That's what I'm talking about. And then your toes are facing away from each other. So the line between your big toe and your inner ankle, that's what is pressing down into the floor on both sides. And then you're going to lower your upper body down. If you are really far forward, then you're going to miss out on the whole stretch. If you are just hanging out up here with the palms down, you're not going to feel anything either here. I want you to feel. I want you to feel. So take your time coming down. If you have a towel or something you want to place at your forehead, go ahead. I just am good with stacking my hands one on top of the other. Yeah, and just let whatever sensations kind of come up for you. Try and sit with them. I found myself yesterday really struggling a bit with life. The beginning of the day started out great, but the last half, I don't know what it was. Something just kind of switched inside. I can't even tell you really why. And I just found myself like just kind of not wanting to feel anymore. You know, I just didn't want to be frustrated or sad. So I tried to busy myself with other things just to keep myself busy. And that was not very successful. I stayed busy, but I just found myself getting more and more frustrated, more and more feeling unsatisfied. So eventually I just sat down, grabbed a book, so if things are coming up for you, know that you're in a safe place for them to come up. Your yoga mat is like this awesome friend that you can just spill your guts to. And then it just gets wiped away. But you keep coming back, right? Because life keeps moving on. As best as you can, move your way out of this pose. Sometimes that's where you feel it the most, right? That like, oh, there it is kind of thing. Yep, now I'm feeling it. So take your time and come to a seat with your with butterfly legs. So still another hip opener. This is Baddha Konasana. We started our practice close to the beginning of our practice. We were Supta Baddha Konasana, but now we're seated upright. Getting into the hips a lot today. Clasp your or interlace your fingers together like so, and then just bring them underneath your feet so you can support your toes. The tops of your feet fold over. and rise back up. Let's take our Janu Shirsasana. Right leg is bent, left leg is straight. Flex your left toes. Inhale, reach straight up. Then as you exhale, you're gonna pivot towards that straight leg and fold forward. Drop your head. Drop your worries. A nice option here too is to take that right hand and grab the outside of your outstretched leg, and then your other arm, your left arm, wrap it behind you. And then maybe you'll find that you can twist a little bit more. Very nice. Release, come back to center. Press your right hand behind you. Reach your left arm up. Lift your hips up. Point your left toes. Very slowly bring your hips back down to the earth. And bring both legs straight out in front of you. Hands to the floor behind you. Rotate your hands so that your fingers are facing behind you, so not towards your feet. This is just another nice way to open up through the shoulders and get that external rotation of the shoulders, which we really don't get much in life outside of our yoga practice. So lift your hips up, drop your head back. If this is too much, bend your knees and take a reverse tabletop. And lower your hips down. Bring your knees in and just wrap yourself around your knees, your shins. Good, just to kind of counter that a bit. All right, so open back up. Bend your left knee this time. Extend your right leg straight out in front of you for Janu Shirsasana on this side. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, twist and fold. Just coming right down the belly of your left or your right quadricep. I'm mirroring you guys, which is why I'm struggling with my rights and lefts right now. If you like taking that variation, then take your left hand and grab the outside of that foot and wrap your right arm behind you. I feel that a lot too in my armpit, which feels like a nice stretch. Release, come back up to center. Press your left hand down behind you. Lift your right arm up as you lift your hips up or reach back. And lower your hips down to the floor. Take your, let's see, how much time do we have? Yeah, let's go ahead and do legs straight out in front. Cross your right ankle over your left ankle. Reach up and fold right down towards those toes. I'm going to clasp my fingers like we did in our butterfly. Same idea here, clasping the fingers, pressing into the bottoms of my feet this time. Creating some tension to allow us to open up our backs. Breathe into your upper back, your middle back, your low back, and breathe out from your low back, your middle back, and your upper back. Inhale, lift all the way back up. Uncross your ankles, switch to the other side. Reach up and fold. Breathe into your upper back, your middle back, and your low back. Breathe out from your low back, your middle back, and your upper back. Come all the way back up. Uncross your ankles, come all the way down to your back, where you started your practice. Bend your knees, reach your arms overhead. Inhale, lift your hips, lift your arms. Exhale, lower your arms down, lower your hips down. Keep doing this lifting and lowering, or take a wheel. You decide what you want to do. If you'd rather just stay up in a bridge, that's fine too. We're going to spend about 30 seconds. We're about halfway through. Take one more breath in and lower all the way down with your exhale. Draw your knees in tight towards your chest. Cross your right ankle or right thigh over your left thigh. Draw both of your legs in towards you. Supine twist to the left. You can uncross your thighs if you like, or keep them how they are for twisted root. Come back to the center if your legs are still crossed. Switch to the other side, left thigh over right. Draw your legs in towards you, nice and tight. Take it to your supine twist or twisted root. Come back to the center, draw your knees in nice and tight towards your chest. Send your legs up towards the ceiling, Viparita Karani, or if you want to lift your hips up, come into shoulder stand. If you're lifting your hips and your legs, squeeze your legs, squeeze your core. If you'd like to go into bringing your legs overhead for plow pose, feel free. If not, stay where you are. Eventually we'll all make it to either a dead bug or a happy baby. One last hip opener here. Just like frog pose, but on our back. As we move into Shavasana, You could keep your legs as wide as they just were in your happy baby, or if you prefer, take them in a little closer. But just make your choice based on what feels appropriate and feels good in your body, not just because that's always where you go. Settle your body down into your mat. Take any little movements, little shifts that you need so that you can lay in complete stillness and let all the amazing benefits of your vinyasa practice flow over you during your shavasana. Take a breath in and an exhale out. Start to move your fingers, toes, hands, feet. Your jaw. Just kind of move your jaw from side to side and open and close your mouth. And draw your knees in tight to your chest. Roll over to your right side. Laying in the fetal position. We're going through a time right now where we are all really being tested. You are being tested. I am being tested. All of us are. So it's okay if some days just don't go as well as others. And it's okay if things are really going well for you and they're not for others. A lot of times we hold guilt for that. Let that guilt go. Use the support of those around you when you need it, and give the support when you have it to give. And by supporting each other, we will lift ourselves up to a higher place. So come on up to a seat. Sitting in a higher place. Draw your palms together at your heart center. Take your thumb knuckles all the way up to your third eye center. The support we can always count on is that divine power and love and support that's within us at all times. And I see that and I honor that in each of you. So together as we bow forward, let's bid each other namaste. All right, friends. Aw, hi there. All right, girls.
Thanks,
Have
Pam.
a good day.
Thank you, Pam.
Thank
You
you.
bet. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it.
Thank
Have a
you.
great day. Stay dry. Bye.
Thanks, Kim.
You're welcome. Dziękuję, right, Kasia?
Yeah, dziękuję.
And
So,
yes,
dziękuję.
yeah, you say dziękuję. How do you say you're welcome?
You're welcome. Proszę bardzo.
Oh gosh, I need to write that one down.
Oh, yeah.
Did you get that, Kathy? I didn't. Okay, well, and I know Yasha Koham too, which Yasha Koham.
Yes, you come too.
All right, ladies, have a fabulous day.
Thank you, Kim.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.